So, Gian, tell me a story about someone who's had a significant impact on your life, and tell me something about that, like to support that.
A story of someone that had a significant impact on my life probably would be my mother.
Hmm.
You know, um, this kind of might be a little touching story, but I'm not trying to make it that touching. When I was younger, my father, passed away. So she's been raising me, as a single parent for all my life for about 16 years now. So, yeah.
Wow, that's that must be really something to have had your father die and then to have your mother there. So obviously that puts a lot makes her, all the more important to your life. How do you feel that having your father pass away at such a young age for you has changed your image of your mother and also your image of what you think of fathers are and how you want to be a father, if ever?
Um, to be honest, I didn't really like change anything, but what I realized is that my mom is like a really strong and determined person. She's not that hard to really break down. So I feel like that I learned that like through life, that no matter what happens, you can always like make it through.
Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, and let me just shout you out because you've been killing it, and you and your mom are a good team, and I'm sure your dad, wherever he is you know, smiling. I hope. Great, Denise is back. Denise, are you back with us? If you're here, will you come on microphone? Because she said that she's back. Denise, if you're back, will you come back on microphone? Okay, and then
Hi.
hi Denise. Hey, Gian just did a great job. We're recording right now, so I'm gonna edit a little bit of this there, and then you guys can edit the rest of it yourselves. So I just asked
Okay.
Gian a question, and now we'll have Gian ask you a question, and then with the follow up. And when I asked Gian a question, he answered, and I gave him a follow up, and then he's going to ask you a question. You're going to answer, and then he'll do a follow up, and then we'll round robin one more time. Okay, so Gian, will you ask Denise
Okay.
your open-ended question?
Yeah, sure. Has online learning been challenging or has it been easy?
It's been challenging sometimes, but I try to balance, my work sometimes because I'm not used to all this. I'm used
Oh, I think we lost her. That was a great question,
I'm
Gian.
sorry.
No worries. Go ahead.
So I'm not used to all this remote learning. I'm used to working in school. I'm used to working in school and, I try to, I'm sorry. I'm not getting myself together because,
It's okay. It's okay. It's cool. I'm asking a follow up question. Um,
okay.
do you think that since online school has become a thing, do you think that it'll probably be easier or better than in person?
What has been easier? Remote learning?
Will the work be easier or better in person?
I think the work will be better in person because we could just turn a paper right in instead of worrying about Wi-Fi going out or have to sign in or we have to worry about typing and then it's hard. And I wish I was in school because I could turn my paper right in and that's how I pass. But it's hard for me to work on a computer knowing that I'm going to pass or not because I'm not used to this. So
Okay,
That
that's
was
a
great.
valid point.
That was great. Both of you are nailing it out. You're hitting home runs, both of you. Now, Denise, do you want to ask Gianna a open-ended question and then listen and then do a follow-up for him?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
Um, what's your favorite song?
Favorite song? At the moment, hmm, probably Juice World at the moment. Juice World, All Girls Are the Same probably at the moment. Yeah.
And do you have a follow up on that one, Denyse? Denyse, I'm not sure, and I
My
think
Wi-Fi. Keep,
yeah, don't worry about it. So Gian said Juice World. I'm not sure which one it was. It wasn't Lucid Dreams. It was a Juice
Well,
World song.
yeah, it was All Girls Are the Same.
oh, okay.
And do you have
And what is your
what would your follow up be to that if you had one? Like what is it about Juice World or that song that you like would be a good one for you, Denyse?
um, what's your favorite line of the song?
Favorite line of the song? Um, Let me
Yeah.
see. I admit it. Broke my heart. Oh no, she didn't. I don't know. Yeah, somewhere around there. I can't sing, because it kind of got some curses in it, but I can't sing the whole line of the song. But yeah. Uh, um, do you think in-person learning would ever be the same before the coronavirus?
I think it would be the same because without coronavirus, there won't be no mask. It won't be no worrying about having COVID-19.
What do you think? And just to build on Gian's excellent question, how do you think, Denyse? And you can cut this out. You can cut my part out. But I think what Gian might be also saying in that question is, how do you think learning is going to be different when we finally do come back from how it was before? What do you think is going to change forever about in-person learning now that we've had the coronavirus and remote learning?
I think that, in my opinion, I think that we're still gonna have masks, but it's not gonna be the same because we're gonna be working on a computer. So we're not gonna be having handouts or papers or printouts. None of that. It's just computer, and it's gonna be hard because what happens if something goes wrong, and then so. Yeah, it's gonna stay the same. They're gonna still have masks. Let us wear masks. Yeah.
Hey, you can cut me out right here. But now, Denyse, why don't you ask Gian how he thinks it's going to be different when we come back?
Want me to just answer it, or
Yeah, sure.
all right. I think it's going to be different
Okay.
because it's like, oh,
Or go ahead, Denyse. You can ask Gian. Say, how do you think it's going to be different? And you can cut me out, of course.
Okay. Okay. How do you think the remote learning is gonna be different when we go back?
I think it's going to be different because it's like before remote learning, it's like you get to hang with your friends. It wasn't no thing called 6 feet apart, and it wasn't really no mask or nothing like that. Now I feel like when we go back, like the only thing you could probably do is like fist pump your friend or do that thing like you do with the foot. Um, you're gonna be 6 feet apart. Like each desk is probably gonna be like 6 feet apart from another person. So we probably go to lunch. We probably have to sit like spaces from each other. We probably can't sit next to each other. So yeah, like I said, pretty much it's like we're gonna kind of be separated.